It was upset city yesterday in Jacksonville, Florida, both inside the UNF Arena and over at JU's Swisher Gymnasium. First time since 2010 where at least 3 upsets occurred in around 3 of yesterday's 4 ASUN games, where Liberty, the only squad to hold on, Bellarmine, Lipscomb, North Florida, all knocked out the 2, 3, and 4 seeds. We get 1 versus 7 Liberty against Stetson, as this is the second straight season where the Hatters and Flames will face off in the ASUN Conference semifinals. UNF Hall of Famer Parker Smith, I'm Richard Miller as we get ready to go. And yesterday, a lot of fun, especially that Stetson-Bellarmine game. And then for a Kennesaw State team that had so much of the energy early against Liberty, Liberty able to pull out a 10-point win.
Yeah, the only difference in that game was one big run, 17-4 run by Liberty, really extended their lead and kind of sealed the win for them, and Kennesaw State just could never rebound. But the Stetson game, that was a great game, was back and forth the whole night. You kind of felt like Bellarmine might come back in the second half. They made it a great game, but just shows you how balanced this league is, how competitive the league is, and how good all the teams are from top to bottom.
That is the truth. Let's take a look at the Stetson Hatters, as our player to focus on today will be Christian Jones. Mahamadou Jawara had a great game, and then you can't count out Rob Perry and what he does.
Yeah, Rob Perry didn't have a great game, but he's just going to bounce back. Christian Jones really picked up the slack yesterday, shot the ball fantastic from downtown, and you know Jawara was a beast inside, so if they look to feed him early, it's going to be a good matchup between him and Preston today.
And then Liberty got so much energy from their bigs. Chris Parker played well, but really Kyle Rode was such a factor, 15 points, and the energy, the hustle plays that he brought.
Yeah, diving on the floor, getting the extra possessions for the team, and he scored 8 straight to really help break that run out. But Parker McGhee really make the team go. They're so quick, and they get out to the open court, and they can really shoot it as well.
Here's some of the numbers as what the teams did yesterday, and it's going to be a battle today. I tell you what, Liberty is fantastic as they continue to reel off wins. 10 in a row. It's the 4th longest streak in the nation, but Stetson, they're playing hot basketball.
The way that they shot it last night, if there's anybody that can stop their 10-game win streak, it could be Stetson today.
As our players to watch today, for Liberty, it'll be Chris Parker, and then for Stetson, Christian Jones. Our players to watch presented by Brooks. Our starting lineups today and always presented by Ascension St. Vincent's. As we'll start with Liberty, they'll go Chris Parker, Darius McGhee, Elijah Cuffey, Kyle Rode, and Blake Preston. As you see inside the huddle there, head coach Richie McKay in his 8th season. Getting an NCAA tournament win, Parker, back in 2019 for the Flames. And then for Stetson, wearing the green today and traveling well to land not too far here from Jacksonville. They'll again go Christian Jones, Rob Perry, Chase Johnston, Mahamadou Jawara, and Stephon Swinson. What's your major key today? Does something stand out to you on the film?
I think it's going to be Jawara inside against Preston, and then if Stetson can shoot the 3, it'll be the Liberty defending the 3-point line. I think that's the key. So it's really going to come down to how does Stetson score the ball. Liberty's so good on defense, and their offense is so good. It's going to come down to how can Stetson attack this defense.
Jawara and Preston. And we'll have to one more time. Not ideal. We'll shake it off.
Round 2.
All right. And Jawara wins that one fairly easily with the swat. Swinson, the point guard, defended by Darius McGhee. Johnson, the passing yesterday by Stetson, very, very good. Johnston, ASUN Freshman of the Year. Swinson, I'd say best passing freshman in the league. Under 10 to shoot. They're looking at Jawara. Jones gonna pop it on the wing, and Rode got there too late. Hatters strike first.
Looks like they're still hot from last night. It was great offense, good patience. Big shot by Jones.
Christian Jones, man, he is playing so well. His last 7 games, he's averaging almost 20 a game. He'll defend Rode. This one, McGhee. ASUN Player of the Year. Jawara comes over to help. Steal by Perry.
Great help side defense by Perry. Got there in time for the pick and roll.
Jones off balance. Swinson will give it to the hot hand, and Johnston! And Chase Johnston, he's a big-time three-point shooter. 546 in his high school career.
And here we go. Liberty's got to defend the three-point line. Stetson gets hot. They play with more and more confidence.
Preston against Jawara. Going to be a battle, like you said. Collision
Lots of contact down there.
Swinson, Johnston, and Preston went down. Johnston going to take it to the racket, stripped, and it goes off his leg. As Chris Parker, good defense.
It's good defense. Chris got to take it up and go through his ear on that. He had it right in the middle of his body. It's easy strip. Going to the basket, you got to protect the ball, go up and finish. But Stetson remains hot, shooting the three well.
That they are. They won the first meeting between these two squads in DeLand, 65-59. Flames took the second game, 68-58. Preston, Jawara gets there a little late. Able to contain, but the and one. And Blake Preston, ASUN academic team, gets a big bucket there.
That's the second or third time Liberty's ran that little set there. They get Preston on the first pick and roll, and then he's diving to the basket. And Stetson's just slow in the switch and the rotation. But that's the first foul on Jawara. They can't have him pick up a quick second one. But you can bet Liberty's going to keep attacking him with Preston.
Preston, 20th in the country, shooting 64.2% from the field. Swinson. Perry. They're looking for Jawara again.
He wants it too.
He does. Josh Smith at the scorer's table for Stetson. Jones, three. Christian Jones!
This is shaping up to be a fun matchup here. Stetson can keep shooting the ball. Liberty's one of the best defensive teams in the league. We'll see who's going to come out on top, offense or defense.
Cuffey, it'll be McGhee. Rob Perry staying with them. Rode trying to drive baseline.
Tough shot by Rode.
And Jawara, but it'll be a jump ball. Possession arrow stays with Liberty. Jawara last night, monster game for the ASUN preseason players. 17 points, 11 boards. And he'll come out of the game. And in comes the high flyer, Josh Smith. Probably the best leaper in the ASUN.
I know another Josh Smith that could get up pretty well.
That's true. There's Rode goes off the glass. Talking to him before the game, he started playing basketball with Carter Hendrickson in the 4th grade.
Yeah, I just found out they went to the same high school together. Carter, really good UNF player here.
Perry, three. Almost banked it in. McCuffey to rebound. Keegan McDowell will be the first sub for Liberty. What a move by Parker.
Great finish with the left hand. Lots of contact, but he got the ball out, extended.
Had two nice games, 18 points in the first game against Stetson.
No, McGhee gets a lot of credit, but Parker really makes his team go.
Perry was looking for Smith. Jones going to take on Rode. Right hand finishes, gets his own rebound.
He's got 8 out of their 11, not even at the first media yet.
He's shooting 3 for 4 now, made a couple of threes. Christian Jones, his first career double-double was against Liberty earlier this season. Preston. Cuffey gonna pop the 3. Oh, and what a finish by Preston! Flex, young man.
One-handed. That'll get you out of your seat.
Yeah, I don't want to mess with those traps or those shoulders.
Liberty could use a spark.
Johnston. And a finish there as Swinson comes in and gets around McGhee.
That would have been a huge stop for Liberty there after the finish. Down by 2, but with the offensive rebound and the putback by Swinson.
Well, Stetson was great at rebounding last night. Difference of 37 to 20 against the Knights. Parker kind of shaking Perry around, and Parker, the mid-range, so smooth. Both teams shooting well, exact same numbers, 5 for 8 from the field. But the Hatters with 3 trays. Swinson will go to Smith. Preston got there late, and Smith finishes.
Beautiful high pick and roll. Preston steps out on a little hedge. There's no weak side because the ball's in the middle of the floor. And it was a really good pass by Swinson there.
McGhee to the rack. Pass just a little too low for Blake Preston. We'll take a timeout. First ASUN semifinal today. Hatters lead by 4. March 10th. Be on the lookout for more specific information from UNF Athletics on how you can help to enhance the student-athlete experience. It's UNF Giving Day on March 10th. Swinson passing the ball really well. 3 assists already for the Hatters. 3 of their 4. Same lineup besides McDowell in for Liberty, and Swinson can't handle it. Good defense by the Flames.
Nope. They had options. Lots of options on that set. They're doing a good job moving the ball side to side. Just took his eyes off the ball right before he caught it. But here goes Stetson with a little full-court pressure to wind the shot clock down again.
McGhee left wide open. It whips out.
Stetson's very fortunate.
Jones getting back quickly against Rode. Oh,
what a finish.
It. Jones with 10. Head coach Donnie Jones wants a foul.
Heck of a finish right there, right through Rhodes. Went right at him, right through him. You'd love to see that from one of your best players in transition this early in the game.
Well, Jones, no matter the outcome of today, I'd say he's on the ASUN tournament team like last season. Rode knocked away Swinson and gets it to Smith. The heads-up play there by the freshman guard.
Quick hands, made a quick play and saved the pass too. Got it right back into Josh Smith.
To Johnston. There's Perry. Keep moving the ball well. They're looking for Smith. 5 to shoot. Swinson, somebody's got to take it. Poked away by Cuffey. And Cuffey against Perry. Cuffey, oh, a left hand for such a leader in the ASUN Defensive Player of the Year.
Making plays on both ends of the floor, coast to coast. You know he's going to show up on the defensive end. That was a tough finish as well.
And there's a double dribble, and Cuffey is fired up as we'll get some new bodies in. Weighs a Panzo for Stetson. And it'll be breathers for Perry and Swinson. And Giancarlo Valdez in for the first time for the Hatters today. Drake Dobbs out there, Shiloh Robinson as well for the Flames. Parker's short.
We've seen him make that move a couple times. The last couple times he just stopped and hit the pull-up. That time he tries to go in, hits the floater, and just didn't have the touch, a little short.
It's a good freshman matchup with Johnston and Dobbs.
Yeah, 2 of the better freshmen in the league.
This will be Jones, lost his footing. 5 to shoot. Johnston gonna pull up on the beak. Long rebound for Dobbs. Chris Parker. Cuffey's in the corner. Back for McDowell. Parker, long 3. And an easy board for Smith. That's his second.
Not typical offense there by Liberty. Only 3 guys touched the ball that whole entire possession. Usually we see them working it side to side and really get a better shot than that lately.
They're 0 for 3 from deep. Valdez wide to the left. Dobbs. Johnston. What a hustle play, and then calls timeout. And we'll take a media timeout as well. 11:26 to play first half. Stetson leads by 4 in this ASUN semifinal matchup. 30 plus for Stetson. It's been 2 minutes and 37 seconds. However, they still lead by 4. Some ASUN news coming through. Congrats, as it just wrapped up moments ago. Liberty winning the women's cross-country ASUN title, and then the men's side won by North Florida. Stetson basketball, as they're shooting 7 for 12, just under 60%. For Liberty, they're shooting 50%. Johnston. Valdez got held up by McGhee, who's back in. Johnston, 10 to shoot. He looked up at the clock. Wars into the game. He's the big defending Robinson. Cleared out, and Shiloh Robinson. Rebound.
Really good defensive possession with Liberty there. Stetson tried to move the ball side to side, but Liberty's played really good defense, and they boxed out really well against a very good rebounding team. They're going to have to do that all night.
Dobbs back to McGhee. Such a pure shooter.
They're going to isolate McGhee.
Against Panzo. Flies in. Jones aboard. Rebounding battle even thus far.
Both teams really looking for a bucket. We've been in a little bit of a scoring drought. Need an easy play to get a shot for one of your better players here.
War able to reel it in. Johnston, wing 3. Chase Johnston, freshman of the year.
Little dribble penetration, little extra pass, and your best shooter gets a wide open 3.
A drought of almost 3.5 minutes. McDowell. It's McGhee. Huffy. We'll go Dobbs. What a pass there to Robinson. Nice look by Drake Dobbs.
It was just late defense, late on the handoff, and nobody can help. The ball's in the middle of the floor. There's not much you can do. It's a great pass by Dobbs.
Valdez goes up strong on the take, collides into Cuffy. Hatters offensive rebound. Goes through Jones's hands, and Dobbs scoops it. Those empty possessions hurt. McDowell will pop the 3. Too much on it.
Another quick possession by Liberty. When they really take their time, they play well, and they make Stetson work on defense, they've been scoring the ball. When they shoot fast and they rush their shots, not as good of a result.
Harry and Jawara will check in shortly. Rode will come in soon for Liberty. Jones. Hanzo strong against McDowell, but too strong. And that'll be Flames ball.
I think you got to try to dunk that. Got to try to dunk that. You're inches. Too strong. It's a hard shot. 6 inches from the front of the cup. If you don't finger roll it, that's a tough shot.
Liberty 1 for their last 5 shooting. Stetson 1 for their last 6. McGhee against Perry. A couple of the best in the ASUN conference. And a foul will be on Valdez. As the Hatters bench arguing that Dobbs was the one who hit Valdez. Five-point lead here. Liberty going with the throwback. The cream-colored uniform. Started wearing that back in the 80s. It's a nice look.
Yeah, I like the cursive. It looks very nice.
Robinson, the lay-in.
Great cut. Great feed by McGhee. Dribble penetration always breaks down the defense. It's a great pass by the player of the year.
Jawara, Valdez, Swinson at the scorer's table. Under 8 to play first half.
They really got to start feeding Jawara in the post. He's got his guy on his back. He's been working down there.
Road goes down. Jones to Valdez. 3 is long. And a foul on the floor. It might be on Shiloh Robinson.
Looks like on Dobbs.
You're right, it's on Dobbs with the push. And we'll take a timeout as well. 7:44 to play. Hatters 20, Flames 17. Good matchup, 1 versus 7. Some of the North Florida men's basketball players get knocked off by number 5 seeded North Alabama. That's a good team with Littles and Mervyn James. We'll see them tonight as they face FGCU for a spot in the ASUN championship final. Liberty is 0 from 5 behind the arc. 4 threes for Stetson thus far. Perry collides into Robinson. What a move there by Rob Perry, ASUN preseason team member.
Just gave him space up top. Shot clock winding down. They let him make a play. It was a tough shot, too, off 1 foot.
Rode was looking for McGhee cutting. It's Dobbs. Had a career-high 11 points yesterday against the Owls. Rode will pop the 3. Rode, another big shot. He had 3 big ones yesterday.
That's a breakdown by Stetson's defense right there. Can't let Rode be that wide open. Got to step right into it like he was shooting at practice.
Yesterday, 15 points and 5 of 8 from the field. I know he was upset about one of those misses because it was a bunny. Jawara wanting the ball, just yelling for it. And Panzo. If you're Jawara, I mean, he keeps, I mean, it's clear.
He's got position. You know, you're always taught if you can see the guy's chest and his numbers, you got to throw it right at his face. He's open. He's fighting for it. Sometimes the guards just get, you know, caught up in guard play too much. They just need to throw it down there and cut off of the big man.
Rode was looking across the court. Robinson's going to take on Perry. Somehow he held on as Jawara got a piece of it. Strong, though, is Shiloh Robinson.
Big time finish there by Shiloh. Let's see if Stetson can try to go inside.
Chase Johnston will come in soon for the Hatters. 10 to shoot. Jawara finally gets the ball against Rode. Jones gonna pop it with Dobbs right there, and Jones missing. McGhee says, let's go, guys.
Rode did a good job of holding his own down there.
As Robinson again, quick to the rim. We saw a few of those shots against Kennesaw State. Liberty was close on what, maybe 8 to 10 little shots inside 4 feet.
Yeah, they just about missed every single one of them in the first half, too.
Perry, tough shot. McGhee, another rebound, is second.
Just quick offense by Stetson. You still got to try to work the ball, make Liberty play defense. They're bailing Liberty out here. I still think Jarawa has a bit of a mismatch on Rode inside.
Hatters started hot from deep. Not so much lately. McDowell, nice floater.
Just a simple curl. And the pick, Shiloh's defender didn't step up. Jarawa played it safe, stood back. It's a good floater.
Liberty's gotten a little hot from the field for their last 5. Swenson was looking for Jawara. It'll be Perry instead with 5 to shoot. And it'll be stepping on the baseline as Rob Perry is just tons of flames swarmed on that.
You got to give credit to Liberty's defense. But for Stetson, they're just swinging the ball around outside like they're just complacent doing that till about 10 seconds on the shot clock till somebody has to make a play. They need to just attack and move the ball and then re-attack.
Chris Parker and Elijah Cuffey back into the game. Same with Blake Preston. Darius McGhee. Oh, what a move, but a foul that will be on Blake Preston. Well, the Hatters had a 7-point lead, and it was 20 to 13, and now it's 24 Oh, we'll take a break here. 4 minutes until halftime. Close game, having lots of fun. UNF Arena, Liberty, and Stetson. One versus Stetson. Liberty fans traveling well for today's game. They did as well for yesterday's 2 o'clock game and a 10-point win over Kennesaw State. As they ran away with that game, they had a little 12-point surge over the Owls to start the second half. Here comes Stetson. We're knotted up at 24. Johnston. A lot of the scoring has been he and Jones for the Hatters. Goes floater over Road, and it's knocked out by McGhee.
It's a tough shot. I'm always a fan of maybe just stopping and doing a little bit of a mid-range step back there rather than attacking a big man and trying to put a floater over him.
Smith against Preston. Perry. And Perry, wow, with Cuffey draped all over him. It's a long two.
That was pretty smooth, in rhythm. Cuffey didn't affect that shot at all.
Cuffey tries to respond, short on the three. Harry to Smith. Occasionally he can pop that, and he's short.
That would have been impressive. Running the floor that fast, pick and pop, three. He might have been able to drive baseline there, but if Stetson can get out in transition, they can really separate the lead here. It just comes down to them playing defense and rebounding and then pushing the ball.
McGhee was looking for Preston instead. Cuffey in the corner. Elijah Cuffey!
Well, you got to never stop shooting. You got to have confidence in yourself. Missed one, came right back, knocked the next one down.
That's why he's one of the best in this league. He's defending Perry. Step back three. Cuffey's always going to be close. They're right up on you as the Flames have a 1-point lead.
And I'm really surprised. I don't know if it's because of Preston or Road or what, but Stetson hasn't been able to do anything inside. It's been all outside, all guard play, all guard scoring.
Knocked away by Johnston. What a pick there by the freshman. And able to be aware enough to stay away from the Flames.
It's a big possession for Stetson. They need to get a good shot.
They've had 6 different scores, but like you said, 16 of it has been Jones and Johnston. Corner, Hanzo, three, oh, in and out. Smith and Preston, they're just going back and forth. Coming out is Smith. Cuffey, another three. Cuffey, laying three! Big shot again.
That's such a tough play to stop. Cuffey starts in the corner, slides up on the pick and roll, and Perry has to help down on the pick and roll, otherwise Preston has a dunk. And you just got to hope that Cuffey misses. 2 in a row for Cuffey now.
Swenson goes left hand, too much on it. Road, good rebound.
And nobody offensive rebounding for Stetson. Swenson's the only one in the paint.
Flames with their largest lead. Parker able to blow past Chase Johnston in the Hatters. And Parker gives a little stare down to the Hatters bench. An 8-0 run in just under 3 minutes. Liberty fans on their feet. Perry, tough shot. Preston is there. Parker, it's a 2-on-1. Parker, and he gets fouled by Johnston. And all the momentum is with Liberty. It's looking like that surge they had in the second half, Parker, right?
Yeah, that's what really good teams do. They finish. They finished the game in the second half yesterday against Kennesaw, and now you see them, they're finishing the game in the first half. They're just finishing this game strong right here.
The Flames, 5 players with at least 5 points. Parker gets the first. Robinson comes in for Preston. And Jones back out there.
And if you're Stetson right now, you got to, when Parker makes his free throw, you need to get one, you need to just hold for the last shot. Whether you score or not, you got to stop the bleeding. You hadn't scored in a while. Liberty's hot. They're playing with a lot of confidence and momentum right now.
Rhodes out, Dobbs in for Liberty. A 10-0 run.
This will be a big bucket for Stetson and an even bigger stop for Liberty going into the half.
Jones has 10, trying to make it 12. Tough, ball on the hardwood. Perry, right, and Smith unable to get there. Believe it would have counted. And Liberty, the 1 seed, on a 10-0 run. And just over 3.5 minutes, they head to the locker room on fire. We'll take a break. Flames 34, Hatters 26. It'll be same starters for both sides. As Liberty, they've got Rode, Cuffey, Parker, McGhee, and Preston. And for the Stetson Hatters, Swinson, Jones, Jawara, Perry, and underneath the freshman of the year, Chase Johnston, who needs one more three to break Luke Doyle's record set 4 years ago. Here it is, right out of the break, and it lips out there by Chase Johnston.
You almost spoke it into existence again for him right there.
Yeah, I did with the corner three yesterday. Didn't mean to, it just happens. Here's Preston. What a pass by the big Defy McGhee. His first 2 points.
It's just a great offensive set right there. Feed it to the elbow, cut off the other elbow. Just tough communication by Stetson to defend that. Great set.
Swinson, Jones feeds Jawara against Preston. Tough matchup. Preston's so physical. Johnston, under 10 to shoot, gets fouled. And Parker will be whistled for his first.
It looked like they were looking to get Jawara with the ball. But for him, he's got to catch the ball where he can just catch it and score. When he starts making dribbles and have to make moves, I think Preston's going to have a good time defending that. But when Jawara can get the ball deep, he's going to be able to turn and score with ease.
And Johnston, the sharpshooter from Boca Raton, makes the first on the year. Shooting just a little bit over 82%. And sinks them both. Hatters just needed some kind of spark, some energy. McGhee got 2 points. He reached 1,000 for his career yesterday. Cuffey will take on Perry. Oh, Faye back. How tough is that?
Tough shot. Call that a Steve Nash. Dribbling through under the basket, fade away on the baseline. Tough shot by McGhee. But player of the year, you make plays for your team.
Johnston. There's Perry. Trying to work on Rode. Tough angle.
Lots of contact. Tough shot, though. He's got to elevate.
Do you think yesterday plays a role? Stetson playing last night's 7 p.m. game here. Quick turnaround.
Yeah, from a 7 p.m. at a 3-point finish to a 2 p.m. game against the #1 team in the conference. They know what's expected of them, but that is demanding a lot on you physically because of the emotional highs of that close win last night over at the top or the second-ranked Bellarmine.
Another opportunity here for the Flames. Parker. And gets it swatted by Jawara.
Don't really know what Parker was thinking there. He could have just thrown it right up to Preston right at the front of the rim.
You just want to see another alley-oop like he had the one-handed finish in the first half.
He could have had another one right there, but Jawara said no.
Rode. Long shot by McGhee. Just short. Swinson. Jawara. Johnston. Perfect leap as Rode got cut up on the outside.
It's a good take. Play off 2 feet. You can finish those. Every possession now in this game is going to be so critical for both teams.
It just seems like Liberty can't miss wherever they are right now. And if they do, they get offensive rebounds like that. Preston. Back down, Jawara. And a foul will be on the big man, his second.
Both guys are banging, you know, they're both banging. Preston's not really getting much ground. Gerard's just holding his ground, giving him a pushback. You know, I really hate to see those types of calls, but they need to get the ball back to Gerard on the other side. Let him bang Preston a little bit.
McGhee will drive it. Just held in slow-mo there for very picturesque. Yeah.
Glided across the lane there. It's going to come down now where both teams are going to run a good set just about every time down, with every possession being so critical.
Long three, Jones, and a foul away from the ball.
They should count the basket there.
They will count the bucket. And it seems like head coach Richie McKay wants an intentional foul as Jawara and Cuffey go down.
I don't see anything by Jawara there. We're going to take a look at it, but he didn't do anything. His arms were up the whole time.
The officials taking a look right now. There are the Hatters on a little 5-0 run. So three-point basket is good. It'll be Hatters basketball underneath. 20 will be on the shot clock.
There wasn't a whole lot there, but if you're Stetson, you'll take the 3 points and the ball.
And the foul on Elijah Cuffey.
They're in the 1-4 low set again. Going to throw the ball up over the top.
Swinson. Jawara. McGhee almost poked it away. Good take there by the big man.
Great move. Caught it, isolated, squared him up. One jab, one dribble, and nice finish off the glass. That's what you want to see.
Hatters on a 7-0 run. Road, McGhee, watch out. Lifts out, Jawara and Preston jump ball. Possession arrow with the Hatters.
You got to get. Love to see Gerard just get up there and snatch that ball. He let Preston get his hands on there. Got a lot of excitement here on the Stetson bench.
That we do.
Sit down. But hey, we got 16 minutes left and somebody's season here. Somebody's going home.
Corner, McGhee. Off the mark again. Foul will be on Preston, his second.
Big rebound by Swinson there as a guard come down, rebound the weak side. Did his job, got the foul.
Well, we see that a lot in this league, though, Parker, where guys as point guards, you know, late in their freshman season work their way up to being a full-time starter, and Swinson's one of them.
Yeah, you just get more and more comfortable and you start to earn more and more minutes. You know, everything's earned. And the coach is just trying to win, so he's going to put the 5 players on the court that he feels gives his team the best chance to win.
Jawara, the matchup is Road. Jawara just short tipped up and in by Perry.
I think Jawara's got the mismatch with Road, and he made the same move he just made against Preston, but what a tip by one of your best players in Perry coming baseline.
It's a 9-0 run by the Stetson Hatters.
And now we have a ball game. Stetson going back to the zone. We saw this a lot yesterday against Bellarmine.
McDowell, Road, one more to Parker. Corner three, in and out. No whistle. Parker comes back shaking his head.
And Stetson's going to slow it down and try to run a set here. They're going to probably get it to Chihuahua again in a little isolation.
Hatters have outscored Liberty 11-4 this half.
He's asking for it.
Jones, there he is. Christian Jones, short, in flies Cuffey.
That would have been a big shot.
Oh, he's the one you want shooting it. He's made 3 already today. Parker.
They're in the zone. We saw Bellarmine have so much success right there at the soft spot at the free throw line last night against the Stetson 2-3 zone.
McGhee's way out there. Darius McGhee. Huge three as the Flames take a timeout. Wow.
That's one way to stop a run, huh?
I tell you, 14:29 to go. Flames up 4. Flames with the 4-point lead. Big shot, first 3 of the afternoon by Darius McGhee. He's 1 for 6 outside, but he's got 4 rebounds, 4 assists, and now 7 points. Hatters with the ball. After they had that 9-0 run and really controlled so much of the tempo, Parker.
Yes, they have. We'll see how Stetson's offense changes a little bit.
Swenson to Smith, who just checked in. He wanted to finish there.
It's a great hard cut to the rim by Josh Smith. Now that Gerard was out, we'll see if they kind of go inside to Josh Smith a little bit more.
Cuffey, his second personal foul. And we'll take another timeout here with the 4-point lead. 14:16 to play, second half. Oh, stretch it out, get ready. It's going to be a fun finish in Jacksonville. ASUN Coach of the Year, Richie McKay. What a job he has done once again. 5 consecutive years with at least 20 wins. Last year they got to 30. If been a normal season, they probably get to 30 as well. Smith at the stripe. Oh, he's got such a promising future. Fun to watch is number 12.
Super athletic and can shoot the ball pretty well too.
Yesterday, 7 points, 5 boards, 4 assists. Gets them both.
Here comes Stetson again with the full court pressure.
Parker, the ball handler. He was our player to watch. Elijah Cuffey.
Back to the 2-3 zone for Stetson.
Here's Rode. He could be that Dylan Penn. Parker, oh, really thought about it. 5 to shoot. He'll pull up in front of Perry.
Such a solid mid-range game by Parker. You can tell he plays a lot of one-on-one with his teammates after practice.
Yeah, first game against Stetson, he had 18. Perry. He was looking at Smith for a second there. Smith was trying to clear out Road. Swenson. Oh, and it's going to be out of bounds. Was trying to find Perry, but too much sauce on that sandwich.
You know, I thought Swenson could have just gone up for the easy basket, and then he caught Jones and Perry standing flat-footed, threw it right in between them, hoping one of them would slide with him.
It turned into like a rocket launcher arm by Inspector Gadget.
Yeah, I think they caught him off guard. I thought they probably thought Swenson was going to go up and score the 2.
Cuffey to McDowell, and he lays it in.
The guards got to drop quicker. Ball goes down to the corner underneath the free throw line. Those guards in the 2-3 have got to drop to take away the high post. Just a little slow.
Darius McGhee is fired up. He's smiling, getting back on defense. Tough take there. Whistle. As Jones in a lot of traffic, and that one's on McDowell.
You got to start to wonder, when is the fatigue going to set in? You know, Stetson really doesn't play. Their guard play's not that deep. They just played last night at 7 o'clock. Most of them played majority of that game. And now their defensive rotation's one step behind against this Liberty team, and they'll make you pay.
And you got to make your free throws, too. We saw it in yesterday's North Florida, North Alabama game. Robinson comes in for Rode. And Jawara's back in, so Smith will head back to the bench.
Be an interesting matchup between Shiloh and Jawara here. I don't know if Shiloh's guarded him yet all game.
No, he has not. As Jones leads all players now with 15. Jones, just put him right now on the ASUN tournament team. It's a lock. McDowell. Parker, McGhee, McDowell left elbow.
Big rebound. Move the ball for Stetson.
And goes off the hand of Perry. And that's a tough one to stomach.
Just sloppy. Jawara was open. He was going to catch it and throw it. He knew exactly what he wanted to do with it. And I think that he just took his eyes off of it at the last second.
Weza Panzo in for the Hatters. Parker, the ball handler. He's got Robinson, McDowell, Cuffey moving to the right. McGhee now with the ball. McDowell, bounce pass was tough for Robinson. Scooped up by Parker. And Parker, it'll be a foul on Jawara. That's his third.
As a coach, you want to see your Stetson team dive on that ball. They don't get on the floor, the ball gets picked up by Parker, then Jawara picks up his third foul.
Keep Jawara in maybe a bit longer. Parker, three. And he gets fouled by Panzo. And it'll be 3 shots for Chris Parker.
I didn't see anything. He was already on the ground. But maybe they missed the one in the corner from him earlier when he got hit.
Yeah, he really wanted that call. That's for sure. Parker, that one halfway down.
When you're up into the top of your stroke and somebody gets close to you as a shooter, most of the time you can just easily fall to the ground.
That first one by Parker, that was the first free throw miss we've had today. Dobbs comes in for Liberty.
Yeah, Liberty keeping a small lineup. Shiloh's the biggest guy on the court, and he's going to have to defend Jawara. He's going to need a lot of help side.
Panzo, Johnston, and a foul before the ball even got to him. It'll be on Shiloh Robinson. And we'll take a timeout. For Robinson, that's his first. 11:53 to go. 6-point lead for the number 1 seeded Liberty Flames. ASUN Conference semifinal game number 1. Tonight at 7, we'll have North Alabama and FGCU. As the Eagles won both those meetings earlier this year. Hatters ball. Jones got it from Swinson. Jawara, Hanzo, and Johnston. Swinson, Robinson comes out. Left Jawara open for a little bit. 5 to shoot. Johnson's gonna have to take it against Parker. Off balance. Fleming had a shot like that last night that took us into halftime for Bellarmine. Wow.
Sometimes it's better to be lucky than good, right? But that was just a great shot.
And not only that, Parker, that's the 3 that sets the single season mark. He passes Luke Doyle.
Yeah, with guys draped all over him, that's a heck of a shot when the team needed
Knocked
it
away.
the most.
Oh, fast hands, active hands by Johnston. And possession arrow goes to Stetson, so he nails the 3, has a momentum. And very similar to C.J. Fleming last night. Brought that spark to his team.
Yeah, then dives on the floor after the ball. Another big possession here by Stetson. They could tie the game up or put it within 1. And Liberty still doesn't have a big man on the floor besides Shiloh. I still think Stetson's got to keep attacking inside.
It seems like they're resting up with Rode and Preston. Preston, though, has the 2 fouls. Here's Swinson. It's going to be an offensive foul as Dobbs kind of flexing a little bit. I was talking to Dobbs before the game. I said, dude, you balled out. You scored a lot in high school. He said, yeah. Here's the thing, though. We had 4 games canceled up in Minnesota.
So they took 4 games away from him?
Yeah. He's like, and then he started to warm up, but I thought that was funny. We didn't get time to talk about ice fishing up in Minnesota. McDowell. It'd be Cuffey. Wing 3, no.
Stetson's doing a really good job of rebounding out of their 2-3 zone. Typically, it's tough to rebound out of the zone because you don't really have a man to box out, but they're doing a really good job of rebounding right now.
Lead is 3. Hatters had that 9-0 run earlier, almost same spot. Long rebound goes to Dobbs. Huffy. It'll be Dobbs. And down goes Swinson. No whistle. Dobbs corner. McDowell. Dobbs here. One more pass. And hits the rim. It'll be rebound for Jawara.
Swinson was trying to get the charge back from Dobbs that he just got called on him a minute ago.
Jawara against Robinson. Driving that left shoulder. And it'll be a foul, the second on Robinson. And you keep going back to that, don't you?
Got to. You got to keep going back. Now you're in the bonus. You got almost 10 minutes left in the game. You're in the bonus already. Just keep feeding. Now your guards can drive to the basket and try to create more contact to get to the line. The game is so much easier when you're in the bonus.
Robinson, that was a mismatch. They almost immediately bring in Kyle Rode as Chase Johnston came over our way and pointed at his teammate Rob Perry and said, Rob, I need you. So Rob's getting a rest right now, but he's going to be big in these final 9+ minutes.
Yep, these last 2 medias is when your best players have to make the biggest plays and play with some poise, composure, and knock down their open looks.
Dobbs at the point. Chris Parker getting a breather. Rode, McDowell, McGhee in the corner. A 3! Oh, and it's going to be an offensive foul as Chase Johnston pumped up. And head coach Richie McGhee, or Richie McKay, wants to figure out what's going on with the kick and everything. Here, let's see it one more time.
He jumps into a shot, shoots a shot. At the very least, that's a no call. Maybe the ref saw something that we didn't see over here. But, I mean, I don't know how you can call an offensive foul on the shooter because he's not fouling anybody. Just let him shoot the ball. Let's get a no call.
Jawara runs into Rode. It's going to be a foul. Rode wanted the jump ball.
I think if Stetson go away from Jawara until Preston comes back in the game, it's inexcusable. There's no reason to not be feeding him the ball down there.
And Jawara, just his second time at the free throw line. See this battle again. This is a better matchup. Jawara last night, 17 points, 11 boards. Really, really was fantastic. 6 of 8 shooting for that young man.
Even more impressive, stepping up and knocking down free throws.
Yeah, he went 5 for 9. Gabriel War is going to come in for Jawara. Got ourselves a 1-point game.
And this is what we're here to see. These games come down the stretch. Atlantic Sun basketball, March Madness here. This is what we love to watch.
McDowell got it to Cuffey. Dobbs to McGhee. McDowell, the 3. Keegan McDowell rolls it in.
Great offense. This is a great pass by McGhee, cutting across the lane. Just basically handed it off to him. Wide open. Steps right into it, left, right, knocks it down.
McDowell was really good in the second game down at Stetson. 11 points over 21 minutes. Swinson. Oh, what a take there, the freshman. Over the player of the year.
That was a good right-handed finish by the lefty, too.
Knocked away by Johnston. Hatters with some defense, pops it. The freshman, oh, another one. Sticks the tongue out, does Chase Johnston.
And the little 2-2-1 by Stetson causing a little bit of madness.
That's his 4th triple, and it's their first lead in quite some time. They had that 7-point lead, 20-13, poked away by Ponzo. Johnston, head coach Donnie Jones says, hold up, gentlemen.
The Liberty coach, that's not a good pass by your player of the year, McGhee. Just a little lazy one-handed bounce pass into the middle of the lane. But Stetson now has all the energy. They got all the energy back after that big Liberty run.
And a lot of it's with number 11. Pass to the corner. Ponzo, 3. Big shot! He's played in Jacksonville before. His final season at Potter's House.
Now Stetson is excited. Their momentum. And they're playing really well right now. Playing as a team, and their active hands in the passing lanes. Sticking to the 2-3 zone. Liberty's going to have to attack the paint.
Hatters have scored the last 8. Corner 3, Kyle Rode, can he do it again? Hatters are feeling really confident. Parker and Preston are at the scorer's table. Swinson finds Ward, he loses it.
Ward was not expecting that pass. That was a great pass by Swinson. That was a catch dunk by Ward.
McGhee to Dobbs, a 3. Dobbs drains it.
Same play. McGhee cutting across the lane, dribbling the ball, basically hands it off to the guy who just gets a step right into it left-right. You can't let McGhee dribble across the middle of the paint like that.
Dobbs, his first points of the afternoon. Swinson to the corner, oh, and Panzo. Calvin Johnson wouldn't be able to catch that one. Hatters is a 7 seed, lead by 1. 6:15 to play. Settle in, folks. It's as if we never left the UNF Arena last night. From about 9:15 until 2 o'clock, we just merged right into this Hatters Flames game as the number 7 seed leads by 1. 6:15 to play. Cuffey, Rode, Parker, McGhee, and Preston. Hatters have had a couple of runs in this half. One a 9-0 run, the other an 8-0. Rode. Here's Preston, almost knocked away by Johnston, and Preston underneath.
Good offense by Liberty. Stetson needed to rotate quicker along the baseline. If it rotated a little bit quicker, Preston had never been open. You've been able to front the post there.
Johnston, 3 is short. Swinson poked it. It hit Johnston, though. Here comes Darius McGhee. McGhee will go up against Swinson, and it's going to be an and one. Count the bucket. Darius McGhee. Well, he's got that, and he had the big 3 that really propelled Liberty a while ago. Let's see it one more time.
All of his points here in the second half. I don't think he had any points at halftime. He's stepping up, making plays on both ends of the court, and he's got some big-time assists for some big 3s for his team in this half.
That he does. 7 of their 15 assists for Darius McGhee. 9 points, now 10. It just makes the game look so easy.
4-point game, one of the biggest possessions of the game for Stetson here. They have to put an end to this run.
As Liberty flipped it after an 8-0 Stetson run and 8-0 Liberty run. Swinson, he'll match up against Parker. Parker goes down, dump off Jawara. Preston still there, too strong. And a whistle. Let's see which Liberty player it's on, and that's Preston. Preston's 3rd. What do you see on the replay, Parker?
I don't see a whole lot, but be the third foul for Preston. It's kind of a big deal because he's the only one that's had any type of physicality match for Jawara inside for Liberty this whole game. And so if he picks up a fourth foul here, especially before the next media, he's going to be coming out of the game. And then Stetson can go back inside.
Jawara's 5th point. Make it now 6.
The big fella's making his free throws.
He is 4 for 5 today.
Anytime your big guy can be above average from the stripe in a big game, you're very happy.
As a team, Stetson 10 for 11. Liberty 6 for 7. McGhee, long 3. McGhee, 3, holds the pose, his 3rd.
What a big shot. McGhee stepping up, proving to Stetson why he is the player of the year in this conference this season.
I love that smirk as he gets back on defense. Swenson will go to Jawara and tries to lay it in. There's another whistle, and like you said, it's the 4th.
Yep. Now, if you're Liberty, you got to pull him out of the game. You got 4 fouls with 4.5 minutes, and he's the only inside presence. And he's got to trust McGhee and Parker on the offensive side to get some baskets.
Kyle Road has been the better matchup between he and Robinson, but Shiloh Robinson, every time Jawara touches it, it's a whistle.
He's just a tough matchup. He's big. He got quick feet. He always jabs and squares up. Anytime you got a guy that can do that, it's a tough matchup. And they're going to leave him in. I'm actually pretty surprised they're going to leave Preston in, playing with 4 fouls in a 4-point game.
Jawara now 5 of 7 at the stripe, 7 points for the big man. 4-point game. McGhee leads his team with 13. And it goes off Swenson.
Stetson's arguing that it went off Liberty. Couldn't see it from our angle.
Yeah, that's the farthest part of the court. We can't see that corner too well. McGhee somehow stays with it, goes around Jawara. Tip in is Preston! And I guess that's why you keep him in, Parker.
Yeah, inside presence. Great move by McGhee. Kind of lazy defense to go for the back tap by Swenson there. He should have just, at this point in the game, you got to keep everything in front of you.
They go to Jawara. Got tangled up for his 2nd. Too strong on it, able to stay with it somehow. Ball on the hardwood. And it's going to be Liberty. Ball is Jawara. 6-point difference. 3:44 to play. Our final media timeout. Each play is big from here on out. Liberty Flames, great fan base down here in Jacksonville today, rooting on their team. Flames on a 13-3 run over the last 4 minutes. They have possession. Free throws will be big late.
Stetson's been in a 2-3 zone probably about the last 8 minutes, and now they come out and play in man-to-man.
Preston. McGhee trying to get away from Swenson. McGhee switches to his left. Tips up Preston a 2nd time.
4 big points by Preston the last 2 possessions, both on tip-ins. Just sitting in the paint. Jawara goes for the block. You can't box him out and go for the block at the same time.
Swenson almost took the 3. He'll go to Jawara. Big shot there, too much on it. Rode comes away with it. Preston's getting back quickly.
Got to go into him. Preston's got 4 fouls. Don't bail him out with a baby hook.
Parker. Nice pass back to Parker from Preston. And Preston, what a big last 4 minutes for the big man.
He's got 4 points and an assist since he picked up his 4th foul. And Liberty they can feel it now. Up 10 with 2.5 to go. They can feel like they're back in this title game.
Big plays for him. He's played well in the previous games against Stetson. He's got 11 and 10 today. Wow. yesterday. He had 8 points and 5 rebounds, shooting 4 of 7 from the field. Fans, UNF Giving Day will be here before you know it. Save the date of March 10th and be on the lookout for more specific information from UNF Athletics on how you can help to enhance the student-athlete experience. That's UNF Giving Day. Swoop and support coming up March 10th. I think that's one thing as well. You've got the young man in Elijah Cuffey out there on the floor, the senior. He's won 102 career games in college. He wins today, he's got 103, and that's a Liberty program record.
He's a winner.
He is.
It's not always pretty, it's not always at the best stat line, but winning is winning.
It's all that counts. Blocked there by Darius McGhee. Rode tried to save it. Huge play by number 2.
Yeah, you got to score, and you got to score quick if you're Stetson here, and then you got to get into some pressure. You got to go back to the full court press. But it all really starts with getting a bucket here.
Preston comes out. Monster game for him. Christian Jones. He's got 15. He's been quiet as of late. Cuffey goes down, and that'll be Cuffey's 3rd.
Stetson's in the bonus, and they've gone small probably because of the full court pressure that they're about to get into.
Both teams have a pair of timeouts. Jones 2 of 2 at the free throw line already.
Yeah, if you're Liberty here, you just make sure there's no offensive rebounds, get the ball inbounds on the press, and then really take care of the ball. It's going to come down to Liberty making free throws, or if Liberty's going to turn the ball over with some Stetson pressure.
Robinson, quick in and out. We've only had 3 missed free throws today.
It's been a really good shooting performance. 3-point wise, field goal percentage wise.
What a pass and the no look. Blake Preston.
With the reverse jam. That's what you can't do if you're Stetson. You can't just not get back on defense and let McGhee just throw it up ahead like that.
Swinson, the up and under, gets away from McGhee. But at this point, you can't be trading baskets. Under 2 to play. Swinson, and that'll be a whistle on him as he gets called for his 3rd.
They got another one to give. If you're going to go for the steal, you got to go for the steal, though. I don't know if he was going to steal that ball. But they got one more foul to give before Liberty's in the 1-and-1.
Flames have 3 players in double figures. Cuffey, McGhee, Rode was looking. Nice second chance to Parker. He'll hold up. McGhee, 13 points, 8 assists, 5 rebounds. Rode, spin move against Perry! And Kyle Rode, and Liberty will take a timeout.
You wind down the clock, dribble penetration, and then Rode makes a great spin move and finish. Can't do much more better offense right there if you're Liberty.
No, they've been shooting the ball well, and just like we talked about yesterday, a well-oiled machine. McGhee. And Preston says, look, Ma.
It's all about how you finish. Liberty's been here before. He talks about Cuffey, 100 wins. The team going for 3 straight ASUN conference championships. They've been here before. They finished the first half really strong, finished it on a nice run. Now here they are in the second half. They're just closing the game out. They know what they need to do, and they're closing it out.
This year, a rematch of last year's ASUN semifinal. That tournament game up in Lynchburg, Virginia. And Liberty, the eventual champion, they won that game 66-62. 10-point lead at the moment. If you're the Hatters and head coach Donnie Jones, how do you claw back into this one to make it maybe a 2-possession game?
It's a tall task to ask, but you got to come down a minute 30, there's still time to just straight up attack the basket. You don't have to settle for deep contested threes just yet, but you got to attack the basket and you got to try to get some steals. If you can't get some steals, then you're going to hope that Liberty misses some free throws because you're going to be fouling. That's really all you can do is you got to attack the basket, score quickly, and then hope Liberty misses some free throws or you can get a couple steals.
Liberty Flames, their ASUN Coach of the Year, Richie McGhee, an outright ASUN regular season title. Hatters ball, Swinson, Jones, Johnston, Hanzo, and Perry. Perry in the left corner.
They're taking too much time.
Perry, Johnston, wing three. It's going to be long. And Swinson almost diving out for it. And the laptop seems to be okay and still open.
Good design play. Don't love it for the situation just because there's you still got time to attack the basket. But now Liberty sending everybody up forward, coming back to the ball. Stetson's going to have to start fouling.
And Parker, he's the last guy you want to foul. Now McGhee, you don't exactly want to foul him either.
Maybe they're just going to let this clock run out, not really foul. That's what it looking like that's going to happen. They're going to double team up top.
McGhee. And keep away. Alley-oop, it'll be McDowell.
And that puts the icing on the cake right there for Liberty.
Perry, three, long shot. Took a weird bounce off the rim. Cuffey in a sea of green. He'll get back. Alley-oop, Kyle Rode. Flames with their largest lead. Rode again. Here's Parker. He'll lay it in. And now Liberty just making a statement.
Now they're just padding the stats.
Long three, Christian Jones. Jones will finish with 20. And Cuffey will hold on to it with 10 seconds to play. As McGhee and Jones will shake hands, bottom left corner of your screen. And for a third straight season, the Flames head to the ASUN Championship Final. And they'll play Sunday. They'll face the winner of tonight's game, FGCU and North Alabama. Parker, what a battle. What do you take away from this afternoon's matchup?
I think towards the end of the game, you can see the experience of Liberty play a meaningful role down the stretch with Preston and Cuffey, the way that they defended, rebounded, and how they just took care of the basketball against the press. They got out, they got layups, and they made some big-time shots at the end. Experience.
11 straight wins for Liberty. Thumbs up to Joe for Parker Smith. I'm Richard Miller, saying so long from the UNF Arena in Jacksonville, Florida, with a final score, Flames 77 and Hatters 64. Tune in at 7 p.m. Eagles Lions, they vie for a spot in Sunday's title game to face number 1 seeded Liberty. To watch this entire game on replay as well as other games on our family of ESPN networks, log on to watchespn.com or download the Watch ESPN app. This has been a presentation of ESPN.